website. It appears the district posted meeting notices on the front door of the district's firehouse as well as the post office. However, while the district's public notice included the date, time, and location of the meeting, it did not include a list of principal subjects in violation of ORS 192.640. The recommendation before you is to move these matters to investigation.
Thank you. Commissioners, any questions of Investigator Fenstermaker, please? All right, seeing none, Ms. Adams and Ms. Mitchell, now it's your time to respond. Both of you can speak, or one of you could speak for each other, or whatever the case might be. We do ask that you be concise in your statement, and please go ahead if you'd like to.
I have no statements at this time. Thank you. I'm just here to observe.
Thank you.
I am here for that reason also. I don't think that I have anything to add to what you've heard.
Okay, thank you. Commissioners, do any of you have any questions of the respondents? Okay, seeing none, Vice Chair Fiscom, looks like you raised your hand.
Mr. Chair, no questions for the respondents. Thank you for appearing before us. For our investigator, just give me a quick 1 or 2 sentence summary about if we were to proceed, what you would look at.
Well, one, I would confirm that there was no move to actually litigate these complaints, right? While they appear to just be at the administrative stage, there is the chance that at the time it could have been litigation likely to be filed. Okay. So we would confirm that.
Okay.
Otherwise, it would probably be a letter of education to just educate council for the district as well as the board members themselves on appropriate measures with respect to noticing public meetings and executive session.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, when you're ready to proceed, I have a motion, but I'll yield to your guidance.
Go ahead, Vice Chair.
Mr. Chair, I hereby move that the commission find there is a substantial objective basis for believing that Ms. Dawn Mitchell may have violated ORS 192.640 and ORS 192.660, and that the commission should investigate accordingly.
Thank you. Commissioners, any comments on the motion? I'll just make one statement to the respondents. Welcome to public service. It seems like you're dodging raindrops at all time, trying to be compliant, and I'd like to, it looks like we're going to move to investigate, and I think that this will be a helpful exercise, really taking an educational posture. And so with that said, we'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Mason?
Aye.
Commissioner McCauley?
Aye.
Commissioner Burke?
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson?
Aye.
Commissioner Newell?
Aye.
Commissioner Fiscom?
Aye.
Commissioner Payne?
Aye.
Chair Lindsay?
Aye.
Motion passed 8-0.
Vice Chair Fiscom.
Mr. Chair, I hereby move that the commission find there is a substantial objective basis for believing that Mr. Larry Johnson may have violated ORS 192.640 and ORS 192.660, and that the commission should investigate accordingly.
Thank you. Seeing no comments, we'll call for the vote.
$369. Commissioner McCauley?
Aye.
Commissioner Burke?
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson?
Aye.
Commissioner Newell?
Aye.
Commissioner Fiscom?
Aye.
Commissioner Payne?
Aye.
Commissioner Mason?
Aye.
Chair Lindsay?
Aye.
Motion passed 8-0.
Vice Chair Fiscom, 68.
Mr. Chair, I hereby move that the commission find there is a substantial objective basis for believing that Mr. Rob Younger may have violated ORS 192.640 and ORS 192.660, and that the commission should investigate accordingly.
Thank you. We'll call for the vote, please.
Commissioner Burke.
Aye.
Commissioner Burke.
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson.
Aye.
Commissioner Newell. Aye. Commissioner Fiscum.
Aye.
Commissioner Payne.
Aye.
Commissioner Mason.
Aye.
Commissioner McCauley.
Aye.
Chair Lindsay.
Aye.
Motion passed 8-0.
Thank you. Vice Chair Fiscum, agenda item 70, please.
Mr. Chair, I hereby move that the commission find there is a substantial objective basis for believing that Ms. Charlene Adams may have violated ORS 192.640 and ORS 192.660, and that the commission should investigate accordingly.
Thank you. Please call for the vote.
Commissioner Newell. Aye. Commissioner Fiscum.
Aye.
Commissioner Payne.
Aye.
Commissioner Mason.
Aye.
Commissioner McCauley.
Aye.
Commissioner Burke.
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson.
Aye.
Chair Lindsay.
Aye.
Motion passed 8-0.
Vice Chair Fiscum.
And Mr. Chair, item 71, I hereby move that the commission find there is a substantial objective basis for believing that Jim Yan may have violated ORS 192.640 and ORS 192.660, and that the commission should investigate accordingly.
Thank you. Please call the vote.
Commissioner Payne.
Aye.
Commissioner Mason.
Aye.
Commissioner McCauley.
Aye.
Commissioner Burke.
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson.
Aye.
Commissioner Newell.
Aye.
Commissioner Fiscum.
Aye.
Chair Lindsay.
Aye.
Motion passed 8-0.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Mitchell and Ms. Adams, we have decided to move forward to understand this better by doing a thorough investigation. We have not made a violation determination, and staff will be in contact with you shortly, and we appreciate your cooperation. You have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. You as well.
Okay, commissioners, we're now moving on to agenda item 69. And that is being heard on its own, correct? Yes. And is that person attending, staff?
No.
No. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and turn to Investigator Fenstermaker on agenda item 69, Julie Harvey.
Thank you. Again, Casey Fenstermaker for the record. Agenda item 69 is a preliminary review report regarding Julie Harvey, an employee of the Sweet Home Fire and Ambulance District. When the cases were opened against the district's board members for alleged violations of public meetings law, Julie Harvey was initially identified as a board member. Therefore, the report in your meeting books recommends moving to investigation on the same basis as the rest of the board members. However, subsequent to the end of the preliminary review period, it was determined that Julie Harvey was not a member of the governing body during the April 16, 2024 meeting, and therefore could not have violated the public meetings law. As a result, the recommendation is now to dismiss the complaint against Julie Harvey.
Thank you.
Thank you. Vice Chair Fiscum.
Mr. Chair, I hereby move that the commission find that the complaint and information available during preliminary review appears to be insufficient to constitute a substantial objective basis for believing that Julie Harvey may have violated provisions in government ethics law or warrant further review, and that this complaint be dismissed.
Thank you. Commissioners, any comments on the motion? Seeing none, please call for the vote.
Commissioner Thompson.
Aye.
Commissioner Newell. Aye. Commissioner Fiscum.
Aye.
Commissioner Payne.
Aye.
Commissioner Mason.
Aye.
Commissioner McCauley.
Aye.
Commissioner Burke.
Aye.
Chair Lindsay.
Aye.
Motion passed 8-0.
And now we're jumping to agenda item 81. and not appearing as well. And go ahead, investigator Fenstermaker.
Thank you, Chair Lindsay. This is Casey Fenstermaker for the record. Agenda item 81 is a preliminary review report for Nick Tyler, the Sweet Home Fire and Ambulance District's fire chief. The complainant in the case alleged that Nick Tyler violated various provisions of public meetings law. However, during the preliminary review period, Commission staff confirmed that Nick Tyler is not a member of the board of directors and as such is not responsible for adhering to public meetings law. Therefore, the report in your meeting book recommends dismissal of the complaint filed against Nick Tyler. Nick Tyler apologizes for not being here. He's on a fire and unable to attend.
Thank you. Commissioners, any questions of the investigator? Seeing none, Vice Chair Fiscum.
Mr. Chair, I hereby move the commission find that the complaint and information available during preliminary review appears to be insufficient to constitute a substantial objective basis for believing that Nick Taylor has violated provisions in the public meetings law or warrant further review, and that this complaint be dismissed.
Thank you. Any comments? Seeing none, we'll vote. Go ahead, please.
Commissioner Mason,
Aye.
Commissioner McCauley,
Aye.
Commissioner Burke,
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Commissioner Newell,
Aye.
Commissioner Fiscum,
Aye.
Commissioner Payne,
Aye.
Chair Lindsay.
Aye.
Motion passed 8-0.
Thank you. All right, we're moving on to agenda item 72 now. Mike Fleck. Staff, will you please let me know when he is in?
Joining us now.
Hello, Mr. Fleck, can you hear me? I can see you, but it looks like you're muted.
Sorry, I thought I clicked that.
There you go. Can you see and hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Wonderful.
Sorry
Thank you for
about that.
joining us. My name's Sean Lindsay. I'm the chair of the Oregon Government Ethics Commission. Now is the time to have your matter heard before us. We're first going to be hearing from Investigator Sullivan, and then the commission may have questions of the investigator, and then it will be your opportunity to speak as well if you'd like. You don't have to, but you can. And we may have some questions of you as well.
Okay,
When it is your turn, and if you decide to speak, we do ask that you be concise. We have a very long agenda today, and we appreciate your considerations there.
okay.
So with that said, Investigator Sullivan, go ahead, please.
Yes, thank you, Chair Lindsay and Commission. This is Investigator Josh Sullivan for the record. I'm presenting agenda item number 72. This is a complaint against former Cottage Grove City Councilor Mike Fleck. The complaint in this case alleges that Mr. Fleck may have violated Oregon government ethics law by engaging in a prohibited use of office and failing to disclose a conflict of interest at a Cottage Grove City Council meeting on July 8th, 2024. During this meeting, a spokesman from St. Vincent de Paul was present to discuss the costs and logistics of providing temporary shelter for the local unhoused community and to explain how the St. Vincent de Paul shelter currently operates in the city of Eugene. Mr. Fleck is the paid executive director of Community Sharing, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that provides resources to prevent homelessness and ensure housing stability for low-income and unhoused individuals in Lane County and Cottage Grove. Mr. Fleck was present and participated in the July 8th City Council meeting in his capacity as City Councilor when he requested St. Vincent de Paul to partner with Community Sharing to serve the unhoused population in Cottage Grove. Mr. Fleck appears to have used or attempted to use his position on council to benefit Community Sharing, a business with which he is associated, and he did not maintain an appropriate separation between his public position and his private employment. Thus, it appears Mike Fleck may have engaged in a prohibited use of office in violation of ORS 244040. Based on the information available in the preliminary review, there appears to be a substantial objective basis to believe that Mr. Fleck violated the use of office provisions. And if this case moves to investigation, Commission staff will look into the matter under consideration if it would have given rise to a potential conflict of interest as described in ORS 244 02013. The report in your meeting books recommends moving this matter to investigation.
Thank you, Investigator Sullivan. Just as a follow-up, I understand that you would investigate, if we were to move to investigation, that you would investigate. But could you clarify a little bit who you would expect to interview and seek information from?
Yes, we would look into Mr. Fleck and his business, and what sort of relationship they have with the city or St. Vincent, or I guess the city of Cottage Grove.
So maybe interviewing Mr. Fleck a little bit more, or some of his associates from his work, or?
Yes, Mr. Fleck and his associates there at Community Sharing,
Okay, thank you.
other city,
councilors?
correct, yes, other city council.
Okay. Go ahead, Commissioner Thompson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just to clarify for the record, so because we're talking about a 501c3,
Mhm.
this hinges on the fact that he's a paid employee. If he was a board member of the 501c3, that would
Correct.
be a completely different story.
Yes.
Just kind of technical question. In the additional information, there's some transcribed paragraphs.
Mhm.
Is that the substance of the remark, essentially that last line in the second paragraph?
Yeah, you're correct. What you're referring to, I'm guessing, is just where it was a very brief statement in the city council meeting where he's talking to the St. Vincent de Paul director or their representative there at the city council. And he, after discussing some funding and what options they have, he says, and this is my transcription of it, I would love to, if we go down this road, of course, partner with you guys.
And a little bit above that, he said, the only other piece I would add is that our agencies certainly would love to partner.
Yes.
And so that's in a
The
nutshell.
substance of.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Payne, please.
So my understanding is, and this is what I'm getting from the report, is that, and this is how I understand how nonprofits often work, is that their funding comes from grants. It doesn't come from the amount of people that they serve, because those people are not paying for services. So I guess where I'm struggling here is how suggesting that this partnership between the two organizations would create some sort of financial benefit to the nonprofit. And where I'm struggling is how that would create some sort of financial benefit or conflict of interest if there is no financial benefit to the nonprofit based on the amount of people that it serves, or the partnership because the nonprofit actually gets its money from grants and not based on the amount of people that it serves. How is there a financial benefit to Mr. Fleck by suggesting that it serve more individuals in the community, unhoused individuals in the community, through a community partnership? And that's where I guess I'm struggling to see violation here. And maybe that's something that either Mr. Fleck could address or the investigator could answer for me, because I guess I'm just struggling to see where there was any sort of conflict or financial benefit here through just merely suggesting some partnership in the community where more individuals are served by this nonprofit.
If I could speak on it.
Go ahead.
I'll let Mr. Fleck talk about it too, but our point of view is that if they expanded their operations and increased the amount of clients that they serve, then that would grow the nonprofit.
Thank you. Commissioner Payne, any follow-up from the investigator? Should we move on to Mr. Fleck? Okay. Any other questions of Investigator Sullivan, commissioners? All right, seeing none. Mr. Fleck, go ahead. Hold on here. I see a hand raised. Commissioner
Yes.
Burke.
Sean, as this involves 501c3 organizations and potential differences between those who are working for a 501c3 and a board member, I feel like I need to recuse myself from this question because I'm the executive director of both a 501c3 organization and a 501c6. I see Director Myers shaking her head. If she feels that this is not an issue, then I will withdraw my recusal and participate. I just want to cover my bases here.
Yeah, I go ahead, Susan.
You can participate. You don't have a conflict of interest.
Okay, just because I run a 501c3 and the decision here could set a precedent, for me, that would not be a conflict of interest or a potential conflict of interest.
No,
Okay.
no.
All right. Thank you very much for that guidance.
All right. Well, thank you. All right, Mr. Flack. We're now
Well,
to you. Welcome.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. And I will try not to read all of the notes that I've prepared for you guys in an effort to be quick. So basically, in a nutshell, there is absolutely zero chance of even a potential for this impacting the funding for Community Sharing Program, which is the agency that I work for. Literally, this whole proposal from St. Vincent de Paul to the city was to use two pieces of property where they were going to take outside resources from Lane County and the state of Oregon to actually construct and operate low barrier shelters. My comment around partnering with St. Vincent de Paul had nothing to do with any sort of financial transaction, but working jointly to case manage folks that are unhoused in our community. This is something we do all the time with all sorts of organizations. If we have somebody in our case managed program that has drug and alcohol issues, we would refer them to drug and alcohol provider. If they had employment issues, we would refer them to Goodwill for their employment services. If they had, other sorts of barriers to getting back into a stable lifestyle, then we would certainly work with that organization to do it. But there's no money, that is shared between those organizations. And so the fact that the city had no money going into this, and the fact that it was just property used from another organization that I have zero financial relationship with, I did send to you guys through your investigator. I sent our financial statements. I sent the contracts that we work under. I have sent all sorts of documentation to verify that we do not have any sort of financial interest in this venture. The allegation that we make money based on the number of folks we serve is absurd. So under the program that I was talking about using, it's called Home Tenant-Based Assistance. It's a HUD program, which is designed to get folks who are unhoused or at imminent risk of homelessness either into or stay in housing. It's a year of case managed care. We actually get no money to manage this program. All dollars through this program go straight from the county to the rental provider. So basically, we use other state funding to even pay for the case management of this program. And of all of the programs that we serve, there's only one program that pays us a percentage of the amount that we're allocated to distribute in the community. It's an energy program called LIHEAP, which is Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. It's a federal program that we lose our shirt on. Literally, we get 14% of what we distribute for program delivery. At that time, 1% of admin. We lose about $20,000 or $25,000 a year providing this. And the number of homeless folks we serve in this, I wrote down some numbers. Literally out of 1,600, I apologize, I'll try to be quick here. No, I'm sorry, out of 1,219 individuals we served in this program during this period, 23 folks were homeless and they were getting propane assistance, which means most likely they had a motorhome, which would not be covered under the proposal that St. Vincent de Paul was being offered. So literally, if you were to add this number to our total number served, it's less than 0.5% of the folks that we serve in the one program that does pay us based on a percentage of what we distribute. I'll be honest, we've run out of monies. It's not a program that we would benefit by adding more folks to. So this whole allegation, and I'm sorry, I don't mean any offense to you guys, but it's absurd. We have, and just to share with you, I certainly, I served as a planning commissioner or city councilor for 22 years. I certainly understand potential and actual conflicts of interest. As an example, when 2 years previous, the city of Cottage Grove sent out an RFP to provide shelter services, I declared at every single meeting a potential conflict, stating that I worked at community sharing, that we were a nonprofit that could apply for that RFP, and that we have no intention of doing so. And I stated that at every single meeting. Anytime in the past when I've had a conflict, that there was, even a perception that there might have been some sort of transactional relationship, I declared it. I guess in this situation, I did not think for a second anybody would even perceive that that was an issue. And the actual basis is there was literally no financial possibility of it impacting our agency's operations. I'll stop there. I have more information. I want to be, cognizant of your time. So please ask me any and all questions. I am a very honest guy, and I am not trying to hide a single thing here.
Thank you. Commissioners, any questions of Mr. Fleck, please? Shanna?
Thank you, Chair. We have in our report, it says that St. Vincent's withdrew their request to provide shelter service, shelter operations following that meeting. Do you know why that was?
Yeah, so this has been a very contentious time in our city. And I think that you were made aware, I was actually recalled as a result of homelessness. There were some other things they listed, but that was the primary factor. And there is a group in town, Johanna Z, the person who filed this, is one of those folks who literally wanted to run folks out of town. Some of the reasons that they had stated that they were withdrawing their application was that one of the counselors had come up unannounced and interviewed neighboring businesses and residences, and then it interrupted a volunteer event they had. The mayor had previously on our local radio station been beating up our county commissioner, who's related to the original executive director of St. Vincent de Paul, alleging all sorts of things. Another woman in the council meeting, it was Z, the same woman had talked about how we don't want vigilantism, but then 2 breaths later said, we need citizen patrols to help the police enforce the laws. And so in this environment of, this huge contentious issue in our town, St. Vincent de Paul decided that we were not as a city in a place ready to have a plan going forward, and they didn't want to be in the middle of that. I probably could find the letter if you want, but
no. Thank you. It wasn't related necessarily to your comments is what I was.
No.
Thank you.
No. And I have a great rapport with all of the private providers. I'll be honest, we don't work with St. Vincent de Paul much because they don't have a current footprint in Cottage Grove, but we work well with lots of agencies.
Thank you.
Commissioners, any other comments or questions of Mr. Fleck? Commissioner Thompson?
Just a comment. I understand the difference between the executive director and a board member, but after hearing Mr. Fleck's explanation of how this very convoluted funding source works, I don't see a violation here. I'm not prepared to move this case forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioners, any other questions of Mr. Fleck?
Mr. Chair, seeing no hands, with your indulgence, I'll make a motion, but your call.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to make a motion.
Mr. Chair, I hereby move that the commission find that the complaint and information available during preliminary review appears to be insufficient to constitute a substantial objective basis for believing that Mr. Mike Fleck has violated provisions in government ethics law and warrant further review, and that this complaint be dismissed.
Thank you. Commissioners, any comments on the motion present before us? Seeing none, let's call for the vote, please.
Commissioner Mason,
Aye.
Commissioner McCauley,
Aye.
Commissioner Burke,
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Commissioner Newell,
Aye.
Commissioner Fiscum,
Aye.
Commissioner Payne,
Aye.
Chair Lindsay.
Aye.
Motion passed 8-0.
Thank you. Mr. Fleck, this matter's been dismissed. Thank you for being with us today. We wish you a wonderful weekend, and staff will be in contact to confirm this in writing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, commissioners, we're now moving on to agenda item 73. And staff, if you'll let us know when Sheriff Ash is in, that would be
Sheriff
helpful.
Ash is joining us by phone.
Hello, Sheriff Ash, are you there?
I am, thank you.
Okay, I can hear you. It looks like you can hear me. Sheriff, my name is Sean Lindsay. I'm the chair of the Oregon Government Ethics Commission. And now is the time to hear the matter regarding you before us. The way that this will happen procedurally is we're going to be hearing from an investigator Fenstermaker, and then after that, you will have an opportunity to say something if you choose. You don't have to. And then after that, we will make a decision whether to dismiss or to proceed from preliminary review into an investigation. We are not making a decision regarding violation today. And so with that said, Investigator Fenstermaker, please.
Chair Lindsay, Commissioners, this is Casey Fenstermaker for the record. Item number 73 is a preliminary review report regarding Travis Ash, Sheriff of Baker County. The complaint in this matter asserted that Sheriff Ash may have violated Chapter 244's nepotism provisions by living with a dispatcher who worked in his office. According to the information reviewed during the preliminary review, Sheriff Ash lives in Halfway, Oregon, while the dispatcher he was alleged to be living with lives in Baker City, Oregon. The nepotism provisions in Chapter 244 prohibit a public official from directly supervising a relative or a member of their household, and prohibit a public official from appointing, employing, promoting, discharging, firing, or demoting a relative or a member of the household from a position with a public body that the public official serves. In this instance, there was insufficient information to indicate that Sheriff Ash was living with the dispatcher and is therefore not a member of his household, or that he is related to this dispatcher. Therefore, the report in your meeting book recommends that this matter be dismissed.
Thank you. Commissioners, any questions of Investigator Fenstermaker? All right, seeing none. Sheriff Ash, you're welcome to make a statement. I usually do, you've heard the recommendation to dismiss, and I usually tell respondents to be careful what they say so they don't talk themselves out of that, but go ahead if you'd like. You don't have to say anything if you don't want to.
No, there's no talking out of it. I appreciate your time. No, everything is comprehensive. That I submitted the 2 letters that were submitted, and then the witnesses on my behalf. This is not this is unjustified, and there's no evidence because it's not true.
Okay, thank you. All right, any commissioners have any questions of Sheriff Ash? Seeing none, Vice Chair Fiscum, do you have a motion?
Mr. Chair, I hereby move that the commission find that the complaint and information available during preliminary review appears to be insufficient to constitute a substantial objective basis for believing that Mr. Travis Ash has violated provisions in government ethics law or warrant further review, and that this complaint be dismissed.
Thank you. Seeing no comments from commissioners, we'll call for the vote, please.
Commissioner Mason,
Aye.
Commissioner McCauley,
Aye.
Commissioner Burke,
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson.
Aye.
Commissioner Newell,
Aye.
Commissioner Fiskum,
Aye.
Commissioner Payne,
Aye.
Chair Lindsay.
Aye.
Motion passed 6-0, 8-0, excuse me.
Thank you. Sheriff Ash, this matter's been dismissed. The staff will be in touch to confirm it in writing, and we thank you for being with us today, and we wish you a wonderful weekend.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Okay, commissioners, let's see here. We're now moving on to agenda item 75. We're going to skip over 74.
So,
Yeah,
Chair
go ahead.
Lindsay, the respondent for 75 has not responded to our texts. So we're assuming they're not going to be joining us. So I believe that we can hear items 74 through 80 together now, including 75.
Right. They haven't waived confidentiality though, correct?
That is correct, but no one will be joining us.
Okay, so as I understand procedurally, we can hear one report for all of them, but then obviously vote on each one independently.
That is correct.
Okay. All right, so commissioners, we're going to hear agenda items 74 through 80 at this time. And that's going to be Investigator McIntyre. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Chair Lindsay and Commission. This is Investigator Andrew McIntyre for the record. Agenda items 74 through 80 are preliminary reviews for the Oregon Department of Education board members. The complaint in this case alleged that the Oregon Department of Education board members violated ORS 192660 subsection 4 by preventing a representative of the news media from attending their executive session on June 13th, 2024. The complainant is a Mr. Jeff Myers, and he requested access to the board's executive session as a representative of the organization Save Oregon Schools, LLC. Mr. Myers was ultimately not granted access to the executive session as the board, which acted on advice of the legal counsel, determined that Mr. Myers did not qualify as a representative of the news media. Of note, it is stated in ORS that the Oregon Government Ethics Commission is barred from creating rules that establish what entities are considered representatives of the news media that are in fact entitled to attend executive sessions under 192660 subsection 4. And further, the commission has not issued any opinions regarding what entities are considered representatives of the news media. The Attorney General has issued guidance on the factors that should be weighed by governing bodies when determining who is permitted to attend an executive session as a representative of the news media. It states when analyzing whether an entity that is a non-traditional media outlet, such as Mr. Myers' organization, Save Oregon Schools LLC, the AG opinion advises the governing body to look at the existence of staff, a formal business structure, and regular publication. It appears that the attorney for the Oregon Department of Education weighed these factors. They advised the board that Mr. Myers did not qualify as a representative of the news media. Subsequently, commission staff also reviewed a lot of the same information, which included Save Oregon Schools. They have a couple websites, an X account, a Facebook account, reviewed the Secretary of State business filing. And it does not appear that ODE was unreasonable in their weighing of the factors. And as such, because we are barred from creating rules that establish what constitutes a representative of the news media. And ODE was not unreasonable in what they did. The recommendation is to dismiss the case. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, really quickly, we may have respondent Skurlock in the waiting room. Is that?
No, we do not.
Okay, so, okay. So, all right, commissioners, any questions of Investigator McIntyre on these items 74 through 80? Seeing none, Vice Chair Fisk, do you have a motion for 74?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chair, I do. I hereby move the commission find that the complaint and information available during preliminary review appears to be insufficient to constitute a substantial objective basis for believing that Guadalupe Martinez Zapata has violated provisions in the public meetings law and that this complaint be dismissed.
Thank you. Seeing no comments, we'll call for the vote, please.
Commissioner Mason,
Aye.
Commissioner McCully,
Aye.
Commissioner Burke,
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Commissioner Newell,
Aye.
Commissioner Fiscum,
Aye.
Commissioner Payne,
Aye.
Chair Lindsay.
Aye.
Motion passed 8-0.
Thank you. Vice Chair Fiscum.
Mr. Chair, I move that the commission find that the complaint and information available during preliminary review appears to be insufficient to constitute a substantial objective basis for believing that Jennifer Skurlock has violated provisions in the public meetings law and that this or warrant further review and that this complaint be dismissed.
Thank you. Seeing no comments, we'll call for the vote, please.
Commissioner McCully,
Aye.
Commissioner Burke,
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Commissioner Newell,
Aye.
Commissioner Fiscum,
Aye.
Commissioner Payne,
Aye.
Commissioner Mason,
Aye.
Chair Lindsay.
Aye.
Motion passed 8-0.
Thank you. Vice Chair Fiscum.
Mr. Chair, I hereby move the commission find that the complaint and information available during preliminary review appears to be insufficient to constitute a substantial objective basis for believing that Shimiko Montgomery has violated provisions in the public meetings law or warrant further review and that this complaint be dismissed.
Thank you. Please call for the vote.
Commissioner Burke,
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Commissioner Newell,
Aye.
Commissioner Fiscum,
Aye.
Commissioner Payne,
Aye.
Commissioner Mason,
Aye.
Commissioner McCully,
Aye.
Chair Lindsay.
Aye.
Motion passed 8-0.
Thank you. Vice Chair Fiscum.
Mr. Chair, I hereby move the commission find the complaint and information available during preliminary review appears to be insufficient to constitute a substantial objective basis for believing that Vicky Lopez Sanchez has violated provisions in the public meetings law or warrant further review and that this complaint be dismissed.
Thank you. Please call for the vote.
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Commissioner Newell,
Aye.
Commissioner Fiscum,
Aye.
Commissioner Payne,
Aye.
Commissioner Mason,
Aye.
Commissioner McCully,
Aye.
Commissioner Burke,
Aye.
Chair Lindsay.
Aye.
Motion passed 8-0.
Mr. Chair, regarding item 78, I hereby move the commission find that the complaint and information available during preliminary review appears to be insufficient to constitute a substantial objective basis for believing that Libra Ford has violated provisions in the public meetings law or warrant further review and that this complaint be dismissed.
Thank you. Please call for the vote.
Commissioner Newell,
Aye.
Commissioner Fiscum,
Aye.
Commissioner Payne,
Aye.
Commissioner Mason,
Aye.
Commissioner McCully,
Aye.
Commissioner Burke,
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Chair Lindsay.
Aye.
Motion passed 8-0.
Fiscum.
Mr. Chair, regarding item 79, I hereby move the commission find that the complaint and information available during preliminary review appears to be insufficient to constitute a substantial objective basis for believing that Bridget Wheeler has violated provisions in the public meetings law or warrant further review and that this complaint be dismissed.
And we'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Payne,
Aye.
Commissioner Mason,
Aye.
Commissioner McCully,
Aye.
Commissioner Burke,
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Commissioner Newell,
Aye.
Commissioner Fiscum,
Aye.
Chair Lindsay.
Aye.
Motion passed 8-0.
Mr. Chair, item number 80, I hereby move that the commission find that the complaint and information available during preliminary review appears to be insufficient to constitute a substantial objective basis for believing that Cynthia Richardson has violated provisions in the public meetings law or warrant further review, and that this complaint be dismissed.
And we'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Mason,
Aye.
Commissioner McCauley,
Aye.
Commissioner Burke,
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Commissioner Newell.
Aye.
Commissioner Fiscum,
Aye.
Commissioner Payne,
Aye.
Chair Lindsay.
Aye.
Motion passed 8-0.
Okay, thank you. All right, commissioners, it's 1 o'clock and we are now on agenda item 82. Just trying to time this correctly. We do have people attending for each of them, except for 86 and 89 and 90.
Go ahead, Susan.
Dear Lindsay, so 82 to 88, they did all waive confidentiality so that their matters